Hey everybody, what's going on? Alan here. Welcome back to the Gibson Garage. In this video, we're going to be replacing the catalytic converter. In this particular vehicle, this is a 98. It's an OBS, but it's a 98, so it's got the kind of newer Spider injection. However, it's still a 5.7. It's not the 5.3 yet. But it's got the Vortec Spider injection, and it has the Vortec heads on the 5.7. Anyway, it's got dual exhaust and dual catalytic converters, and he needs to replace the passenger side bank 1, and it is going to be the one that's, in our case, closest to the bed, because there's two casts are kind of staggered, offset. I'll show you when I get down there. Anyway, it's bank 1, and we're gonna have to remove the cross member, the transmission cross member, to get to it, because it's right in the way of where some welding needs to happen and cutting. So let me show you what I got. So the owner picked this out. I also like to go with MagnaFlow. They just, I don't know, maybe they're really the only ones that are doing OEM stuff, actually, besides, I mean, that you've heard of before, I should say. Besides some off-brands that are being sold by the parts stores. You know, so this is what I go with too. It has the heat shield on the top, it's marked top, it's 2-inch outlet, and it can go in either direction as marked by the double-headed arrow. Can you guys see that? But that is the EO executive order number that is CARB compliant here in California. You got to have that to pass smog, so that's got to be installed visible to the smog tech. This is the part number for this 98, and remember, this is a 98 with the dual exhaust. This could go in either position according to the notes, so we just need to replace the one it needs to go in. You could do two. I mean, if you had $1,000, these are like $555 over the table at AutoZone, for example. I don't know where he purchased this one from. I have no idea where he purchased this one from, or what he paid for it, but try to find a deal. You can usually just take the part number, type it into Amazon, and maybe find a little bit better price than you would at your local auto parts store. Oh, and all the tariffs and stuff, and trying to keep the money in the country. Buy American. MagnaFlow's made in the USA. Okay, so that's the front of the vehicle. This is the back. Right here where the transmission mount is, we've got the bank 1 catalytic converter. And then the bank 2 is right there, which is not hidden by the cross member, but this one is a little bit, so we'll have to, I don't know, let's take a look here. So the new cat is 15 3/4 end to end, and this one is 16 inches. The new cat's 1/4 inch short. We got no room for error. I know over here the diameter is a lot smaller than the 2-inch inlet. Broke my finger. That broke my finger. I think it's broken. It's owie. Oh. I think it's okay. Okay, we're good. And there they are. So we left some meat on the other one. What's cool about that is the old diameter is actually just perfect for that to slide into. And then of course it's not as large, but it's still larger than the small piping that we cut off a little short. So this will be, everything's still going to be fine. I just want to put, you know, if we want to be really anal retentive, make sure we put this end back at the front. Alright, yeah, I really did smash my finger pretty good. Let's see. That slides over. That slides in. Ooh, not too much though, huh? Gave myself enough. Oh, there we go. Wow, why is that loose? Why didn't I notice that? Broski. Oh my god, dude. It is too late. It's too late. It's cut out. It's fouled. Well, that's not good. We're gonna have to dig into this flange up here and find out why that's not sealing. Those bolts are tight, but it's still very, very loose. And that could be why we are getting codes. In fact, it's got to be why we kept getting codes even though we replaced all the oxygen sensors. Whew, these were not easy to get off. I had to take some heat to the two closest to the... Ooh, battery's dying. That was hella hot. I got the bolts out. Just gotta try to get it wiggled out. Well, I didn't show you guys the old one, but it was pretty squished down and deteriorated and disintegrated, I should say. And this one does look a little bit taller and thicker, being brand new. So let's get this in. I got the pipe prepped to be welded. Okay, I've got it tacked in place front and back. Not rubbing up against the cat over here. It's a little close, but we're not touching anything. Guess we'll send it. It might be a little hot. It's hard to say. Did melt that gauge pretty good. Let's see if we can turn it down. This welding upside down shit sucks. Ow! I got part of the front side welded up. I just can't get around the transmission. So we're going to have to drop this whole Y pipe, the double cat system. This side is almost completely welded all the way around, just needs a touch up top. Again, this side is almost halfway done, so it's not going to go anywhere. I just got to take the bolts out of the nuts back out of this flange, and take the other 3 nuts out of this flange, and then those 3 nuts and bolts out of that big flange, and then I'll probably have to replace that gasket as well, and this gasket too. Alright, now we can see I've got the whole top half to do on this one, and just a little section here on this one. There it is, all welded up. Got that gap over here fixed up. Gonna let it cool down and we can put it back in. Alright, next day, and it rained on us overnight, but they took a break so we can do this real quick. Everything's welded up and cooled off to the touch. I've got new gaskets installed in the headers already, and then a new gasket for this back flange. I actually welded up a little exhaust leak that it had there, so hopefully this thing will be good to go. It's starting to sprinkle on me. Well, that's going to do it. 1 catalytic converter installed. 2 would obviously be the same method. We're just going to weld in as much as you can before taking the Y pipe out, and plan on taking the Y pipe out in that transmission cross member so you can get around the top of it and finish those welds real nice, right? You want it to look good. That's if you're a good welder. But we got a storm on the way. Thank goodness I got done just in time. It's weird. We got wind warnings and rain warnings, and then the sun decides to come out. But it's looking pretty dark. You get the sun reflecting off the roof way over there. Yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Until next time, please like, please subscribe, please hit the bell, and peace. Oh, good. No exhaust leak.